And if you click on that, what's going to happen?
You can absolutely do that. You can double click here.
Well, usually people go,
but that
in the habit of going to the properties window.
Absolutely. So you can do that several ways. Remember, there's always different ways to do this in ArcGIS.
What's great about it? Everybody's presentation is great. But every presentation is going to present you, come on in, the water's fine, there's lots of room all over the place.
Catherine Kiernan bringing you the afternoon news from ESRI in Redlands, California. To start this broadcast, we will first look at the Middle East unrest. The unrest continues in Libya. The unrest involves the embattled leader Gaddafi, and the other disaster is in North Dakota. I would like to go to our affiliated station, GIS ETC in North Dakota, and our reporter on the ground, Anita Palmer.
Thank you, Catherine. Anita Palmer here from Bismarck, North Dakota. Montana has had historic amounts of rainfall, as witnessed
Catherine Kiernan and
Anita Palmer
signing off. You see that? I want you to click on the training sample manager. Okay. I want you to highlight 1, 2, and 3.
How many earthquakes were in each side of the squares? This one has got what inside it? Height above sea level is what we're looking at. So, and it's not necessarily a 1 degree square either. We're going to have to find out how big this is. All I've done is put my cursor.
In the country of Georgia and Indonesia who are using these balloons to make aerial images of their community because they can't get them from the government for whatever reason. And then there are people like me who want to use this because they think it's really, really cool, and they want their students to try it.
So, our project has a couple of components that's kind of unique. There are lots of robotic curricula out there. We all know this
Back there, and also so that you can kind of get your creative wheels turning as to what you'd like to work on for your project. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. And the Gilman Ranch is a county park, Riverside County.
The value that we're picking. So right now what we're picking is population. Maybe we extruded it just a little bit. So he has made these templates and they're saved within this project. So when we go up here, I want you to go turn on editor, start editing. These templates appear over here, which means this. Okay. It also allows you to...
Okay, let's see what's happening in the other classroom.
people coming back from break.
edcommunity.esri.com under software and data, right? We're dealing with software programs here. So if we actually click on that tab and go to the homepage, you'll actually see that they list all the software in what it is. So does it use mapping, is it desktop based? Is it 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional online? What are some of the functionalities? It gives you a quick screen cap. That's what you've got your templates. So what we're going to do now is go through and break out into just a couple groups, find between 4 and 8 people that maybe you would like to discuss training opportunities with, professional development opportunities with, and kind of break out into these groups. We have these 3.
Now, the other project that I was trying to get still also somewhat a work in progress is this travels FM. It interested me and intrigued me that I heard the stories of Mr. Gilman, that he was coming from New Hampshire, which is where I'm from. So I thought, all right, more than likely he's from that town of Space Park. More than likely he's from the town.
So I've got those 3 different tracks laid on top of each other, and I feel like I'm fielding more and more questions lately about error. So I wanted to sort of examine experimentally sort of what it looks like to have these 3 different GPSs. And I was thinking that I could do something like with the 2 of them could output to a line. So maybe I could buffer the line and see how many of the points from the other.
These large standards, and then I just use regular text boxes. That's what
I'm not going to be able to collect all of those things, but I'm interested in what kind of tree it is, what's the scientific name, if I can get enough information. And I just, that was my thought process. And I was more, the purpose for me was more to just have more experience collecting GPS.
What do you got?
Okay, so what I have here, I put everything in the webpage, and this is last year's video that's posted on YouTube. It gives a description of the ranch. I then embedded a map, which is, if you click right here, it actually brings the map up here. So I do have both slides in there, so they're both completely interactive, and they're both available on the webpage.
Nice.
So you can, I just need to play with them a little more, and they can be completely animated. I figured out how to do that after.
I hope we all know. We all have to present.
Absolutely. Oh.
Well, I mean, you'd have a virtual basket, and all the data would be in this virtual basket. I gotta get this done.
Can you show the letter again at the beginning?
I still got things to do here. What am I talking about? Virtual basket.
I have to ask you a question about
actually works very, very quickly. So, and try that one more time here. So very, very quickly you could drill a hole in whatever you're working on, whether it's bone, shell, stone, wood, anything like that. And this would have been, again, the more common type of drill that would have been used by the Korea.
Geography is all about getting out onto the landscape and seeing new places, and thinking about the whys of where. For example, right here I'm in the chaparral environment. Chaparral is not all that common of a biome. It exists in different places around the world, including here in Southern California where I am right now. You can see that there's a certain kind of vegetation that grows here. This vegetation is oftentimes scarred by fire. This area is very prone to wildfires. And
don't worry about it. I got him in my camera anyway. That's for sure. If my camera goes out. Yeah, really, because I have battery. But anyway.
What do we have here?
Those are chicken.
You can just put it right on top of the rice. Good.
God, awesome. Fabulous.
Thank you.
Okie doke. You're very welcome.
What are you correcting there, Mike?
Weather elevation, and for weather it's humidity, and it's like relative and absolute humidity.
Excellent.
Interesting concept and a necessary one for their size region.
Ah, and have you noticed any variation as we've walked up the trail?
Haven't had enough oxygen in my brain to really realize, but I think we began around 30 for the relative. We're now
it's a matter of, it gave us a chance to fail, but also gave us a chance to learn why it failed.
That was a good one.
Yeah. There's it kind of follows the workshop model where you have to have materials, you have to build community, you have to work together to build something new, and you come up with a positive result at the end. It's a lot of hard work, but you leave the negative behind and you look toward the positive.
Good. Okay, so Team A and Team 1. All right. Other thoughts? All right.
Okay, with that introduction, take the mic here. I don't know what to say after that. What I'd like to, you guys are my favorite group, and I love working with educators and teachers and kids and stuff, so I always enjoy it.